let's go to the English Premiership. Um, Arsenal is playing Wolves today, and Arsenal will be away to Wolves. 4 points between them and Man City. Do you think Arsenal will be able? Yes, Wolves has been performing poorly, but remember the same Wolves held, earlier in the season, I think drew Arsenal at home, and they also drew Manchester United. Now, an Arteta side is going back to play a Wolves side. Yes, they are coming back on the backdrop of scoring goals from their FA Cup tie against Wigan. A whole lot of their top strikers, are bad. Gabriel Jesus and just of them, Martinelli to finding the back of the net. Do you think, do you think Arsenal has what it takes to be able to dispatch a Wolves side, owing to the fact that we've seen Arsenal cave under pressure a whole lot of time, and it seems it's happening right now again this season?
For the fact that there will be corner kicks, there will be throw-ins, I think Arsenal has an higher chance of winning that match. Yes. So I think it's a no-brainer for Arsenal. It's a straight win for Arsenal, unless if maybe there's a red card or something. But I see Arsenal taking the game because and it is first versus last, and I think the difference and the distance between the both of them should speak in the match. You understand, in terms of form, and I know recently Wolverhampton have been trying. They've been trying at least getting at least a few this is Arsenal. They've been consistent for the most part of the season. Even though, yes, we know they are the elephant on the tree. Eventually, they might bottle the league, but I don't think they'll bottle a match against Wolverhampton. It is too delicious to leave. So a match against Wolverhampton is what they'll hold on to. As much as there will be corner kicks, trust me, Arsenal are going to take the game over.
So I mean, you are writing off Wolves. And while we are talking of Wolves, there's a particular Nigerian that plays for Wolves, Tolu Arukudare. I
Tolu
think,
Arokudare, yeah.
yeah, I think his quality is way beyond that particular club, and I don't understand the reason why a Tolu Arukudare is struggling with, you know, a Wolverhampton Wanderer side. Do you think Arukudare should leave Wolves? I mean, because they are not. It seems they are bringing down his shine in quote.
The reality of the thing is you should never have gone there in the first instance. You were doing fantastically well in Belgium. You were a top scorer, fantastic player. What are you going to do at Wolverhampton, a struggling club? You understand? So that one is on his agent and himself. You shouldn't be at Wolverhampton because you cannot perform at Wolverhampton regardless of how you are. Take a look at Jacob Stratlassen that plays for Wolverhampton, their striker that joined Crystal Palace. First match for Crystal Palace, he banged in 2 goals. Now, this is somebody that scored only 2 goals in 20-something matches for Wolverhampton. So, inevitably, Wolverhampton will just frustrate your quality. Let me put it that way. So, currently, yes.
But but,
So,
but,
currently,
but,
you can see them, they are last on the table.
yeah, but I mean,
Go on, I'm listening.
yeah, but I mean, if you look at the Nigerian team, if you look at some of the Nigerian players, some of them, they have this issue of, is it more of about money, or the passion? Because sometimes you see the moves that they make, and you'll be scratching your head to understand why did he make this move. Because I mean, like you rightly said, Tolu Arokoda, he was doing so well in Belgium. He was one of the top goal scorers there. He was banging goal with reckless abandon, and the way he was going, top clubs would have come for him. A Wolverhampton Wanderer is never a top club. So is it more of a,
At all.
Nigerian going after money thing, or it's just that, some of these players, they don't have the right agent to advise them in terms of making their moves?
Okay, so one of the mistakes that they make is everybody wants to play in mainstream Europe. You understand? And they are not patient enough to get a better club in that mainstream Europe. That's the problem. Most of them want to come and play in England. They want to play in England. They want to play in England. England, yes, EPL is an interesting league, a fantastic league. But if you are coming to England and you are not joining an elite club, you are only wasting your talent, you are wasting your qualities, you are wasting your efforts. Because if you had joined a club like, let's say, Newcastle, definitely will be banging in goals. You understand? If you are joining a club like Aston Villa, definitely will be banging in goals. You understand? So I don't know. There's always this hunger in them to want to join mainstream Europe. Mainstream Europe. You can see one of the Dosumus from one of those low leagues. He went to join Pisa. Why will you join Pisa? Pisa in SerieA. They are the last on the league. You are a fantastic striker. Why are you joining? Because you want to play mainstream Europe. And when you play for these clubs, it will be very difficult for main clubs, top clubs to come for you because they'll judge you based on your current performance, based on your current form, and not what you've done in the time past. So I feel there's always this hunger to want to play mainstream Europe, mainstream Europe. Sometimes it's not about the money, but it's just how much will Wolverhampton pay Aroko Dari. Let's be honest with ourselves. I don't think
True,
he's among their top earners, but
true,
it's just to
true.
play in that mainstream Europe, just to play in England, just to know. You understand? So that's the ideology they need to change. You understand? It is not about yourself going and then make a big move. Understand? That was what Boniface did when he was also in Belgium as well. Move, and that is a fantastic move. You understand? Injury is destroying his career. Yes, we know that, but he made a very good move. Unlike other Nigerians that would move from a top form to a low form, and then you cannot keep your qualities that way. You definitely struggle, and over time, you might start losing self-esteem, and from there, the career starts to deplete.
Well, that's very true.